let's dive into LinkedIn. If you've chosen LinkedIn as your social network, kudos to you because honestly, it's a growing platform. We've seen more and more engagement recently, especially with the release of LinkedIn Live, which we'll talk about. But if you've chosen LinkedIn, you're probably, not only are you probably most active there, but you're probably, for the most part, we see a lot of executives, we see a lot of branch managers, and I want to talk about that here more in a minute. But LinkedIn is a more professional network. So when it comes to these tips that I'm going to be sharing with you, you definitely want to keep that in mind. It's very different from Facebook, very different from YouTube. LinkedIn is a very professional network. And a lot of people think that it's just B2B. There's a great opportunity for a B2C as well. Because if you think about it, if you're a business person and you're on LinkedIn, as a loan officer, as a mortgage professional, you still can work with those business people. You can still work with executives. So sometimes when people think it's only B2B platform, it's absolutely incorrect. I've won plenty of deals in my day when it comes to working on LinkedIn. So let's dive into the couple of tips that I have for you. The first tip is you have to optimize your profile. Now, I know that may seem simple. You're like, well, that seems like, Josh, really? That's going to be your first tip? It absolutely is, because I see so many LinkedIn profiles, and number one, I don't see an update picture, or I see an unclear picture, or they don't even have a picture. Your profile, especially if people are coming to see what you do for a living, even if you're a loan officer, they want to see a great picture. We as humans, when we see something visually, we connect way more than anything else. We are very visual. So your profile needs to have a great picture, needs to have a great banner picture. And again, you can get these things done for very, very cheap, or you can even do them yourself. They're not difficult to do, but you need to have a profile picture. You need to have a banner picture in the back. And then also you need to tell people what you do for a living. It's amazing how many loan officers, how many mortgage professionals I see in this industry that they just say, I work for so-and-so mortgage company. They don't say what value they're adding. Guys, in the description, this is a chance to sell people, soft sell people who you are, what value you add to them. So when it comes to LinkedIn, make sure before you start putting out content, it's like the grocery store effect. If you show up to a grocery store and there's no food there, are you ever going to come back? No, of course you're not. So with a LinkedIn profile, if somebody shows up and sees your LinkedIn profile and it doesn't make sense, they don't know who you are, they can't connect with you, then they're not going to ever come back. So you need to make sure your LinkedIn profile in particular is optimized. Have a picture, have a banner picture in the background, and then make sure you have a bio. Make sure people know who you are and what you do. The second tip I want to have for you is don't spam message people. You all know what I'm talking about. Recruiters too. If you're a recruiter, a branch manager trying to recruit, do not spam message people. I'm all about connecting, especially if I'm connecting with somebody on LinkedIn. I do send them a personal message. In my very first connection, I send them, hey, Johnny, just want to send out, looks like you have a very similar network to me. I'd love to connect with you and see how we can collaborate and work together. That's it. I'm not sending them a 3 or 4 page document saying why they should be excited to connect with me or why I'm excited to connect with them. Simple, to the point. We're simple people. We don't have a lot of time. In your very first message, if you're spamming somebody saying, oh, it's great connecting with you, I'm a loan officer, and this is why I'm going to add value, and this is why I'm going to be so great. When I get a message, very first message from somebody connecting with me, and it's more than a couple sentences long, I don't connect with them. As a matter of fact, I block them because I know they're just going to be spamming me. So don't be one of those spammers. Make sure you're connecting with people in the right way. LinkedIn is a very professional platform, which leads us right into tip number 3. Tip number 3, this is a professional network. LinkedIn exceeds, when it comes to being a professional network, like I mentioned earlier, you have a lot of business people here, which is great, especially because if you're a business person and that's who you really resonate with, that's your audience, that's who you connect with, fantastic. You're going to love using LinkedIn because that's who's there. That's who's hanging out there. We're seeing more and more people migrate to LinkedIn. LinkedIn has millions and millions of users every single month, and we're starting to see that grow, like I mentioned, especially with LinkedIn Live. So, and LinkedIn Live, we're going to save that for another day because it's a little bit different. It's not quite as easy as Facebook just going live on the platform, but it's a great way to build your audience and stay engaged with them. But when it comes to sharing content, like I've mentioned before, you still want to document and document, don't create, but you definitely need to have a little bit more of a professional feel to the content that you're posting there. So don't just go, please don't post pictures of your family. Don't post pictures of vacations. You may get a few likes, but in the long term, again, your professional network, they don't want to see that there. Trust me, we've tried. We've done everything on LinkedIn, and you really want to keep your content professional when it comes to LinkedIn. So if you've chosen this platform, again, it's a rising platform, it's a growing platform. You just need to put a little bit more thought into the content that you're posting. Again, not about creating the content, but just start as you're documenting the process, what content is really going to resonate with that audience on LinkedIn. And then my bonus tip for you is LinkedIn in particular is great for writers. If you are a really good writer and you can write an article, or you are passionate about writing, LinkedIn has a great opportunity that you can post articles, you can share those to not only your profile, but other people can share those out as well. So if you're a writer, LinkedIn is a very, very strong platform for you and a great place to start and really start to share some of that content, some of those articles you're writing. Great place for you to get started is LinkedIn. So that's my little bonus tip for you guys. With LinkedIn, again, great platform, very professional platform. Make sure that you're starting to your content that you're creating and that you're documenting is tailored around a more professional network. As you do that, I promise you'll start to see your engagement grow, your audience will grow, and people will really start to trust and have confidence in what you're putting out there.